Fortnite Mobile, and of course, why it was released to iOS first and not Android. With me making this video, I really do want to make it clear though, I still believe that Epic Games still has the best hope, and they really do mean well, and they don't mean any harm towards Android players. However though, some articles have been kind of suspicious, I guess, and been pointing out some pretty good evidence, kind of aiming that maybe Fortnite Mobile was initially released to Apple devices strictly for an Apple promotion or promoting their iPhone X, which is kind of interesting if you guys ask me. I do own an Android device. I own an Nvidia Shield as well as a Samsung tablet, but I also own an iPad and I own an iPhone X, which of course is the newest, latest technology for iPhone. However though, I have to say, looking into the videos and the ads more about Fortnite Mobile coming to iOS and coming to mobile in general, I've been noticing quite a difference between, the marketing that I initially saw when I first saw it. I first saw Fortnite Mobile getting released and coming out on mobile device. I saw the iPhone pictures and I thought, alright, it's just an iPhone. It's of course iOS only. However though, when you do look a little bit deeper into the whole marketing campaign of Fortnite Mobile, you kind of come across that it could actually be an iPhone X ad, like a very secret, very non-transparent iPhone X commercial in the middle of the Fortnite Mobile ads and commercials. So what do I mean by this? Why am I saying this? Why does it seem like maybe Epic Games got paid by Apple to just promote the iPhone X and their Apple products? Well, if you guys look even closer, you guys can even see on the initial trailer for Fortnite Mobile, you guys can see at the end of the video, it even says that it was recorded all on an iPhone X. Of course, like the video footage they showed in the trailer, some guy was using an iPhone X, but you can clearly still use other iOS products. You can use an iPad, an iPhone 8, you can use an iPhone 8 Plus, but they did choose to record it and capture it and kind of promote the iPhone X. Why did they do this, guys? Why, out of any iOS phone, any iOS tablet, they could have been neutral and they could have just used like an iPhone 8. Maybe they recorded the footage in an iPhone X, but they just showed the footage with an iPhone 8, or they kind of just showed the last screenshot with an iPhone 8. Just because the iPhone X is still, looked down upon because of how expensive it is. It is, of course, one of the most expensive phones to ever release for our generation, and it's ridiculous, I know. But, why did Fortnite choose the iPhone X? Why are they promoting the iPhone X so hard? They could have chose an iPad, they could have chose an iPhone 8, they could have chose an iPhone 6 SE even. I wish, and honestly, I wish that they wouldn't really promote the actual devices as much as the game. Obviously, the game does run a lot smoother on an iPhone X, of course, so maybe that was kind of their way of saying it runs the best on iPhone X. But of course, once again, it's really unnecessary. They did a lot of unnecessary things demonstrating iPhone, the iPhone X, and demonstrating Fortnite Mobile being played on the iPhone X, where I really came across, now I look back at it, and it does seem like the game itself was really much promoted just to be an iPhone X commercial that can play Fortnite Mobile the best, or the only devices that can play Fortnite is of course on an iPhone. So that was kind of interesting to me, guys. I personally did not see that the first time I saw the Fortnite Mobile commercials, of course, and now I saw that, and I'm kind of shocked. I'm kind of in disbelief. The more you look into it, the more it comes across as an iPhone commercial, and maybe, just maybe, Apple slid some money underneath the door of Epic Games and said, guys, promote the iPhone X, and here's a large sum of money. We don't know, guys. Maybe Apple is a big investor in Epic Games, guys. We don't know. Honestly, obviously, Fortnite Mobile is the most popular game in the world right now, which is insane, guys. And of course, Apple does see the whole potential of Fortnite and Fortnite Mobile, and people using and buying these skin packs as well as the emotes on the Apple Store using the Apple, iTunes money, rather than buying it on the Google Play Store. So that is kind of, if you guys don't believe me yet, guys, get a load of this. So March 27th, there was a brand new keynote in Chicago where Apple announced a brand new iPad that was pretty much geared towards pitching the new iPad as an educational device for students in school. However, though, they did make a point that the new iPad can actually run Fortnite Battle Royale. Yeah, that's right, guys. So the new iPad that they just announced, that's strictly for, I guess, like educational and teacher purposes, like it's meant for the I guess like students and stuff. They literally made it a point that it can run Fortnite Battle Royale. So I mean, I don't know, guys. I mean, it's not like they developed this iPad and they were like, hey guys, here's that, we're gonna make an iPad strictly for Fortnite Royale. Like, it's crazy, guys. Like, the fact that they would actually introduce Fortnite Battle Royale with a new device of theirs is literally bragging in any Android manufacturer, like any Samsung manufacturer, saying like, hey, we have Fortnite Battle Royale. It can be played on this device. You guys can't even play Fortnite yet on your device. Like, it's mind-blowing. It's absolutely mind-blowing that we're seeing Apple kind of almost brag and tease to Android users that you cannot play Fortnite Battle Royale unless you have an iOS device, which in my opinion is just a mess. That's unbelievable. Honestly, I think that, I mean, there needs to be some transparency here. Hopefully somebody makes a statement saying like, hey, Apple paid us to bring the game to iOS first or something like that. I have no idea. There could have been some, like, I guess, bids that were going on between Android, the Google Play Store, as well as the Apple Store, and maybe Apple just won. Obviously, like, they are worth a lot of money now. So that was insane, guys. Like, honestly, I know this new, like, keynote or whatever that happened with the new announcement of the iPad was pretty crazy. Like, it's a really cool device. I might have to look into it. But the fact that they literally made it a point they can run Fortnite Battle Royale just, once again, just brings the attention that maybe, just maybe, Epic Games was paid off by Apple to release their game on iOS before it got released to the Google Play Store. So that was kind of interesting to me, guys. However, though, the saga even continues. Then also, to a lot of you guys, of course, want to know the exact release date for Fortnite on the Android devices, simply because you guys are just hyped, just like me. You know, I really do want to play Fortnite on my Insignia Shield, as well as my Samsung tablet. But of course, there's been a lot of people that have been kind of like wondering, like, why is it taking so long? Why, of course, has Fortnite Mobile been released on iOS for some devices, but not on Android? Well, if you look at the big picture things, they did it really easily. They simply saw the types of devices that Apple already runs. Clearly, Apple devices are nice. You guys cannot disagree. You know, there's a lot of people that hate Apple, of course, and they're like Android only. And I myself, I used to be like that. I used to be like, hey, I don't like Apple. But I really came in a full circle. I really do like both Android devices and Apple devices. They're really nice in their own ways. And if you appreciate both of them, then you guys can kind of, I guess, see the whole world of how these different devices can be used for different purposes. But obviously, you guys know that Android devices did not get the initial release of the initial, like, beta for Fortnite Mobile. Is it the end of the world? Absolutely not, guys. You have to remember, guys, like I mentioned, Apple devices, they're very limited that can actually run it. It's 6SE, and I think, like, up to, like, newer devices. Will they expand that to older devices? It might happen. It might even work to, like, iPhone 5s, maybe. I'm not sure, guys. It all depends on how well they can actually develop the game and make it run for older devices. But that, of course, leads it to a very specific question. When will Android devices get their hands on Fortnite Mobile? Well, clearly, these Samsung series, like Samsung S7s to S8s to S9s that just got released, those devices should work perfectly fine with Fortnite Mobile. Even the Google devices, like Google Pixel, those things are, I think, more powerful than the iPhone X, which is insane. But, of course, though, you have to remember, just because the top, like the newest devices might be able to run it, they're trying to make it compatible with other Android devices, too, like the LG phones, that they may not be as popular as the Samsung and the iPhones, but they're just as good. You know, they're just as nice as these other phones, as well as, like, the Insignia, like, shields, like the K1 series, stuff like that. Like, this is so insane because people don't understand that Apple got the invite just because there's a select number of, like, people, or a select number of devices that run on the iOS software. However, though, the Google Play, the Jelly Bean, I think that's what it's called currently. They might even update it since I remember the Jelly Bean update or Jelly Bean software. But with those Android devices, it takes a whole new different code to actually run games. And of course, they want to make that compatible for every single Android device. So, I mean, I've seen it before. I've seen other games that are not compatible with other older devices. So it's just kind of like the sad truth in a way. Like, obviously, newer games are going to be developed for new devices, and the only way to play them is if you have a newer device. So, I don't know, guys. It's just kind of my opinion. Obviously, I would love it if they could make this thing compatible with everyone. Obviously, like games like Minecraft, like Pocket Edition, those things. I mean, it doesn't run a lot of graphics, of course, so you can play it on a lot older devices, which makes the player reach a lot more. However, though, Fortnite Mobile and PUBG Mobile, of course, they're a little bit more graphics intensive, and they require some newer graphics cards in the devices. So, I don't know, guys. That's kind of just like where I want to leave it at. And once again, though, I have to keep reminding you guys, I do not think that like Epic Games did this in the wrong reason. Maybe it just happened that their marketing team made these iOS commercials for Fortnite Mobile seem like it's an iPhone commercial, and maybe there's some case of like, I don't know, maybe Apple really helped them out. Maybe the Apple developers helped for the Epic Games develop this game. I don't know, guys. There's still a lot of like, I guess, missing things. You know, you have to kind of read between the lines, of course, and kind of discover this stuff for yourself, I guess. So anyways, though, I'm really curious, guys. I want to hear your opinions. What do you guys think about this whole shenanigans with Apple and Fortnite? I'm not hating Apple. I'm not hating Fortnite at all. I love both companies. I love Epic Games. They literally have done so much for me already. Hope I can share that a little later. But anyways, I really do appreciate, honestly, Epic Games have done so much. And Apple is just a phenomenal company. And I have to just say to you guys, like, don't think it's like a console or like a company phone war, if you would say. It's not like that at all, guys. I can assure you guys, Epic Games really wants to have everyone play Fortnite Mobile. That's the whole entire purpose of this cross-play compatibility. They want everyone to play it, and honestly, the more weeks we actually wait, the closer we get to the actual release date for Fortnite Mobile on our Android devices. But until then, you can, of course, still play it on your iPhones, Xbox, PlayStation, PC, which reminds me, too, even if you have a pretty old computer, you can still make the graphics pretty low, and you can still play Fortnite, which is pretty awesome. So, anyways, though, I want to give you guys this quick video. Hope you guys enjoy, and make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe. If the moment that the actual Android gets released, I'll make a video, guys, so make sure you guys have notifications turned on, so you guys will never, ever miss an upload. But anyways, though, we'll catch you later. Have an awesome day, guys. Stay true. Peace.